Hey, you.
Let go of me!
I wouldn't try that if I were you. I know that path well, and I'd trust it with my life. The rock gets as slippery as a soap.
Is there another way?
Only down in the valley.
I'm not having that. I'd rather chance a bit of slippery rock.
You're very eager to get up the mountain tonight. Wouldn't have anything to do with those gunshots now, would it?
Would you be able to help me, please?
Fine. I live just down the road. You could stay for a little while.
This is the tale of Dogville, a small town on the outskirts of the mountains. Elm Street ended where the mountains started, and just down the road, Tom lived. Tom's life may have about changed. He thought the strange girl to be beautiful, and he instantly trusted her. He thought this was strange, but she was willing to trust him by showing her vulnerability.
You must be hungry.
I haven't eaten for days, and I don't deserve this bread. I stole the dog's bone, and I've never stolen anything before. If there were apples on the trees, I would have stolen them too. Probably from some poor, unsuspecting farmer with very little to eat himself. Therefore, to punish myself, I decided not to eat this bread, no matter how delicious it looks.
Perhaps not eating the bread is best for your education. Although, I'm sure that there was plenty for you, to eat where you came from, but it's very bad manners not to eat what's set before you.
I'm sorry. Look, I must head off. Thank you for...
Wait, where will you go?
I'll hide in the mountains.
And how does a city girl such as yourself expect to survive in the wilderness?
I don't know. I'll figure something out.
What if I said you could stay here?
Hooked? You can sound so arrogant, Tom Edison. Arrogance is the worst thing.
Oh, you know what I mean.
You know that I enjoy every minute. These last few days here have been the most important things I've ever done in my entire life. I learn new things, real things. And when I, at the end of the day, get a taste of the glorious and gingers pies with its mysterious cinnamon flavor, it means so much more to me than these fine stones and precious clothes of my previous life.
Tell me about them. These clothes and these precious stones.
I told you, Tom. I'm not going to tell you anything about me. It may prove dangerous to you if the gangsters were ever to show up again. Certainly, if the others can take me for what I am, you can too.
You're right. I know all I need to. Just sitting here looking at you is enough.
Why, Thomas Edison? I do believe that was a compliment. sorry about that branch. There were too many apples on it. There are still juice on these apples, even if they aren't ripe.
I should have propped up that branch, but I got too greedy.
Is it greedy to want to feed your children?
The soil up here is exhausted, Grace. That's all there is to say about it. It's just like what they did with the mine. First they took the gold, then they took the silver, then they took the tin. They had the river, they washed that away. They dug up the soil, they blew up the clip face. There's nothing left up here. The apples can't live off thin air.
If anyone can make them grow, it's you. I mean, I've seen you spend the whole day using your fingernails to pinch off leaves with lice, just from a single tree.
So why don't you like me?
What makes you ask me that?
Whenever I get close, you shy away.
I don't.
You did so when we were tending to the seedlings in the middle row. How am I supposed to show you what I do if I ain't allowed to touch you?
Chuck, you wanted to kiss me.
Listen, Vera doesn't like the apples. In fact, she hates the orchard. I thought I finally found someone who understood about the apples. Together we made them grow, Grace. The two of us. And it was blooming. There was an abundance. I'm sorry, it just made me so happy.
It's all right, Chuck.
No, it ain't. I reckon the thing about apples are just words in your mouth. You don't really share my pleasure.
I do share your pleasure, I swear.
If the branch can't take the weight of the fruit, then what the heck does any of this matter? Vera wants me picking apples that are barely in the ground. These things take time. That's love. Seeing those needs and understanding those needs. I thought you of all people would understand that.
I do understand, I swear.
Maybe, but you always shy away when I get close.
I'm sorry.
I know I'm losing the apples. I know I'm not worthy of your attention. But you have to show it all the time? Why do you find me so repugnant?
I don't find you repugnant. On the contrary, I have so much respect for what you do. I apologize if it seemed like I had some objection to you.
It sure seemed that way.
I'm sorry you were so offended. Please, don't be upset anymore. I won't doubt you again. I promise.
Thank you, Grace. But don't make that promise. When you fended me off, a thought came into my mind that made me ashamed. A thought that you'd hate me for, and rightfully so.
Hate you? No, Chuck, I could never hate you. What were you thinking?
Should I tell you? I honestly feel so embarrassed after what you just said.
Tell me, when somebody's been treated unfairly, they're capable of all kind of angry thoughts. I'm sure whatever it was you were thinking, I'll understand.
I thought of turning you in.
Turning me in?
Yes, to the laws. I thought I could blackmail you into liking and respecting me.
It really means that much to you?
Yes.
You really have been alone with all these apples around, haven't you? Nobody was there to comfort you when the frost came too early. You held out your hand to me because I was there with you, because we did those things together. I'm the one who should be asking forgiveness.
Thanks, Grace. You don't know how much it means to me to get this off my chest. We share the apples together. That's what matters the most.
That is what matters the most, Chuck. Shall we shake on it? Are we still friends?